I get told all the time that it's about the money. They want more money. People want this. People want that. You know what? Bullshit. Really, really simple. It's bullshit. It's not about the money. And I'll show you exactly how a client of ours learnt that the hard way this morning. It's always about the money, Jace. It's this, they want that, they, rah, rah, rah. You know what? Cut the crap. It's not about the money. Simply put, when we start talking about our teams, when we start talking about what people are wanting, we know there's been huge amounts of studies. Harvard have done stuff multiple times, and it's normally the third, mostly the fourth thing that people are actually wanting, i.e. money. A client of ours, Russell, that is his name. We won't use his surname, but he learned that the hard way over the last couple of days, and I was having a really good chat with him this morning. Let's just summarize the last probably 7 days, 10 days. For him, he's actually got a very big team across a lot of different areas, and they've lost 4 team members in the last week. Now, there's a complexity of a lot of things that are happening, and there's 4 or 5 major parts of our clinic conversion matrix that they need to be able to improve upon and work with. But here's the major thing. They keep going back to that thing about money. The discussions around cash and incentives and financials and, they should be able to get more from their team than what they are. And the person only wants to do this unless they're getting paid. And you know what? Everything is actually spoken about is about money, cash, financials, payments, salaries, remuneration, bonuses. It's all based around finances. Well, here's the thing. It's never actually about the money. And as I said before, it's always the third, maybe the fourth. And in fact, I'd probably even say it the opposite. Sometimes it's the third, but a lot of the time it's the fourth major consideration or factor for people in place. Now, let me set a bit of context for this. We have people that come into our clinics and they say, I've got all this back pain. I need you to get rid of my back pain. Now, an inexperienced or ineffective practitioner will start to look to reduce their pain. Let's get some hands-on treatment. Let's do the following. Let's make them feel better so we get rid of their back pain. But someone who is actually a little bit wiser, a little bit more experienced, and actually understands this properly will realize that it's not actually the back pain that person is wanting you to solve. There's always an underlying feeling, emotion. There's an emotional hook is how we describe it. There's an emotional hook as to why they are really wanting to get rid of that back pain. Because ultimately, they've probably had the back pain a bloody while. They've only seen the doctor 14 times in the last 6 years over their back, and now finally they're doing something about it. So that just goes further to the point that it's not about the back pain. So we need to scratch that itch. We need to go deeper. We need to find out what's actually under the surface there and what the real reason is for what they're wanting us to achieve. Now, an easy example is the guy's 65. He's got his first grandson. The grandson's 8 months old and crawling around on the ground, and he doesn't have the ability to get down and crawl around with his first grandson. Now, that becomes the emotional hook. Finally, after all these years of pain, discomfort, lack of range of motion, unable to play golf properly, all these limiting behaviors, etc., it's not about the back pain. It's actually about the fact that he or she can't get down with little Jimmy on the ground with their first grandson. That's the emotional hook. That's why they're doing it. So it's not about the pain. If we stop and think about that, ultimately, they could still be in pain, and they may still be in pain with certain movements or behaviors for quite a while. But if we can actually solve the challenge, the real solution that they're wanting to get down with little Jimmy on the ground, then you're going to be a rock star in their eyes, and we're going to be able to get better outcomes. Everything's going to be on the improve. We're ticking all the boxes. Everyone's happy. So take that same situation as a practitioner and adapt it to this story that we're talking about in regards to it's not about the money. Same thing with team members. If you've got team members that are leaving, or you've got performance reviews and all these type of things coming up, or difficult, challenging conversations around this at the moment, it's not actually about the money. That's like saying, I want you to help me get rid of back pain. It's not. People will talk about money because it's the low-hanging fruit, the easy thing to put it back onto. But it's never actually about the money. It's actually about the fact that they might want to change their work hours so they've got more time with their husband, wife, partner, etc. It might mean that they feel like they're working really hard and getting all of this stuff done and they're just not feeling appreciated. And again, don't throw more money at them. Don't throw bonuses. What they actually want is they want to be felt more needed and appreciated. All right? It's not saying someone's needy, but a simple avenue might be, you know what if you actually just turn around and you knew more about them? You knew their favorite bottle of wine and you just went and spent $30 on that bottle and gave it to them as a thank you for no reason, not because it's performance review time, but just because they've been a rock star over the last couple of weeks. And you just literally give it to them and just say, you've been awesome, love what you do, etc., etc. I think you're a bit of a fan of this, right? That will knock their socks off. That is what it's about. It's about them feeling more appreciative. Go and ask your team right now. Would you rather have an extra couple of bucks a week and have a pay rise type of thing? Or would you like to feel valued and appreciated? Would you like to be acknowledged for the work that you do and maybe have a few little presents, surprises, bits of expressions of gratitude? And every single time it will be that. So it's not about the money. It's just that it's too hard for people to articulate or understand that they would actually like things like that. They rarely talk about it. It's much more easy to say, oh, not really happy here. For what I do, I should be paid more. It's how we've always been ingrained. It's the avenues of which, our parents and grandparents have always paid, it's been time for money. They work for the man. They get paid this. They work from 9 to 5. They get paid, etc. We hear about it in the news all the time. All the Labor side and all the left-wing side is always talking about workers' rights and wanting better pay conditions and more pay. And we hear about, lifting up the minimum wage and all these type of things. So it's always ingrained in our society and our thought process. No criticisms on that. And this isn't a political thing either. It's just purely the fact of that is the harsh reality of what goes on. And so as a net result, we believe it's about the money. And so when we link it back to Russell in this situation, his whole thing was, we're not paying enough. We need to sit down and pay this. We need to put in these bonuses and we need to go, how do I make you stay? And, okay, well, I'll give you a $5,000 pay rise and blah, blah, blah. And 2 of those 4 people came back very quickly and said, you know what? It's not actually about the money. You could give me $10,000 more and it's not about that. One of them wanted to be able to modify their days and hours so they could finish at like 4 o'clock or 4:30, 2 afternoons a week, not finishing at 6 o'clock, so that they could have more time to actually do their soccer training and frisbee, etc. And instead, when they weren't happy about things, they needed to make some changes, and Russell wanted to throw more money at them to keep them to stay. And it wasn't about that. For the other one, it was about wanting to be able to spend more time with his fiance and get more time planned for their wedding in 4 or 5 months' time. And not having that time to do that became a big burden on their relationship. So stop and have a think about it right now. Are you actually having a money discussion when you shouldn't be, when you don't need to? So many times I hear it all the time with clients and colleagues in our industry that they want to talk about, bonus structures, and they want to know, oh, what do you think's fair for this and fair for that? Well, here's the thing. You don't get into the health industry to get rich, right? There's a lot better industries if you want to just go out and make loads of money to get involved in, okay? Normally it's driven by a passion to want to help people, or we've been in sport and we want to, you want to be the physio for the such and such team, or, you had a family situation regarding cancer and oncology, and so you're really driven to make big changes in that space with those type of clientele. We're normally nearly always very philanthropic based in the health industry. We want to help people. We want to create more impact and change, help improve lives, change we've got clients that have, had heavy implications regarding chronic fatigue. So their whole thing is about, working with chronic fatigue and COVID and recovery from, the COVID virus and things like that, right? That's really Like awesome and amazing. So if we're not driven by money in the first place, then why do we make it about money with our team? So guys, let's just cut the bullshit right now. It's not about the money. I won't say it's never about the money. Sometimes it might be. But the vast majority of the time, it's not. It's about their time or their hours or maybe their clientele. Maybe they don't feel supported. Maybe they want to push in a particular area of specialty and expertise and they don't feel supported. Maybe they're wanting more team and cultural-based stuff to just have some fun and downtime. Maybe they want some more one-on-one time to be able to personally develop and do clinical reasoning. Maybe they want to be able to have a better CPD pathway. Maybe they want to change things around for more time with their family, or they want to modify their diaries to be able to go and do some training for their triathlon during lunch breaks and things like that. It almost is never about the money. So let's stop making it about the money because we feel that that's right and we feel that that's the easiest way. Throw more money at people, make it about money. It's not. 99 times out of 100, it's not about the money. It's actually the third or fourth thing that people worry about. And we just allow ourselves to talk money and talk finances and bonuses when we shouldn't. So guys, here's the thing. Cut the bullshit. If you want a better team, a better culture, you want to be able to have smoother sailing, have more impact, grow and scale, and have all of this moving forward for yourself, your business, your team, your clients, then you really have to stop talking about the money side of things. It's not about the money. It's about almost everything else but the money. It's just that money's the easiest low-hanging fruit for us to talk about and try and justify. And that's where so many people go wrong. It's where Russell went wrong, and I don't want you to go wrong in that area too. If you want more help on it or more ideas and strategies, hit me up, let me know. I'm more than happy to help out wherever I can. But just keep in mind, it's not about the money. So let's not allow ourselves to fall into that trap ourselves with our team and our business, and we'll be able to create ourselves more time, money, freedom, and impact from there. I'll talk to you again very soon. Hey guys, thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Profitable Practice Podcast. I would love nothing more than for you to be able to leave a review. I get so much joy out of listening and reading the amazing things that you guys say about this. So please subscribe to our channel, leave a review, and share it with your friends. Let's get some more fantastic information out there so all of us can grow the industry together. Cheers for now.